Hello everybody, I just want to show you how to download the app for your camera system. First of all, you want to go to your camera app store, whether you're on Android or iPhone. Open that up, type in GDMSS Plus, and it'll bring you to this screen here. You're going to download this app. I've already downloaded this app. Once you download the app, you want to click open. When you click open, it should bring you down at the bottom. You'll notice that there's four little icons down there. There's home, there's device, there's message, and there's me. If you go to the me icon, it'll allow you to log into the cloud, create an account, put in the email, and create a password. Oh, excuse me. And once you do that, then if you ever change phones, all you have to do is download the app, put in your username and password, and it will automatically load your devices. Okay. After you do that, you want to go to the devices tab. Yours will be blank. You'll see that I have several accounts in here already. You at the top right hand corner, you're going to click plus. Click on the serial number, and it's going to open up a scanner, and you're going to scan the QR code that I sent you, or you're going to manually enter the serial number. Then you're going to press next. Once you go to next, you want to click on DVR XVR, and that's going to bring you to this screen here. This get the serial number. You want to put in a name. You're going to put in the name of your account. So here we're going to just put in, test. You can name it whatever you want. It can be Humpty Dumpty if you want. Then you put in the username and password that I sent you. Make sure you put it in exactly as I sent you. If the username has a cap, make sure you cap the first letter. If the password has a cap, make sure you use the cap. And then you're going to put that in. So we're going to put in the password here. And then once you do that, you're going to click on the little floppy disk at the top right hand corner and say save. Now it's configuring it, saving all the information that we put in here. Incorrect username or password. Okay, I didn't do something right there. Let's see here. I probably fat fingered something. And let's see what we got here now. Huh? Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. I gotta change the username. I'm using the wrong username. So everything has to be correct, obviously. Once it saves it, it should load it. Now, one of the quirky things about this is that it has to find the site. So the first few times it says it's failed. Now, this is a new app, and I think they're still working a few kinks out in it. So down here at the bottom, you get your four squares, and then you got some icons just below that. You have a play button, a standard definition button, an audio button, a button that says 4, and then a star. And just below that, just below the star, you'll see a square with a circle in the middle of it. 4 squares with a circle. That is your on and off button. So we're going to press that, and we're going to turn it off. And we're going to hit it again. And we'll have to do this a few times. Just right now it's looking for the site. And I think this has to do with it being in the cloud. So it has to find the site. So we're going to do this a few times. The old app never did this. So again, on the second row of icons there, I'm pushing the far right hand icon. There's 3 rows of icons. It's the center row icons, the far right icon in the center row. I'm clicking that, and that just works as like an on and off button. I touch it, and then it turns them on. I touch it, it turns them off. So it is a strange thing. But you will see here, it'll grab a hold of him. Oh, come on. Well, let's do this. Let's exit the app. Let's clear it out. Let's go back into it. See if that makes any difference. My device list is empty. There we are. There we go. So close your app out, clear it out, and then open it back up. I don't know. There's some. It seems to be a pretty good app, but there are a couple of little quirks in it. I don't like that they've updated it. No one really likes change, but it does have some good functionality in it, though. Okay, so now you see where the number 4 is there in the first row of icons. If we touch that, it'll change the 9 cameras. And if we touch it again, it'll change the 16 cameras. If we touch it again, it'll go back to 4 cameras. If you turn your phone landscape, then it goes landscape. If you double tap on a screen, it goes full size. You can pinch it, and you can zoom in and out, obviously. Tap it again, it'll go back. And then flip it on portrait, and it goes back again. Now, there's a couple of other things here this thing does. It's really nice. Is that we can stop the cameras. We can go to the far left icon. I'm sorry, hang on a second here. I'm getting used to this app also. So let's go back, let's turn these back on. Okay, so the far left icon is a kind of like, works like an instant replay. So let me back up and show you how I did this again. So what I did is I turned them on. So I'm going to turn them off. Again, I'm on the center row icons, the far right icon. I tap it, it turns the cameras on. Now, if I want to do like an instant replay, it's gonna immediately bring up the last hour. So I'm just going to double tap on camera number 1 up here, the top left corner. You can do this on any camera. So now that that's full screen, on the center row icons, on the far left, it looks like a kind of a film strip. All right, it almost looks like one of those old double-edged razors, doesn't it? But that's supposed to be their film strip. So I'm going to tap on that, and it's immediately going to load the last hour of video. So we see here right now, it's giving us our an hour back. So it immediately goes to the current time. So the current time is 11:50, and it goes back 1 hour. Okay. All right, see, I went too far back there. And it'll automatically bring that up. Let's see what happens when we go back beyond that. I don't think it'll do it. Yeah, it can't do it. It'll jump back to that time. So now on the bottom row of icons on the far right, that is again is our on and off button. No, it's not. It won't turn it off. Again, I'm just getting used to this also. So I'm just going to hit the back button at the top left. All right, so I'm going to turn the cameras off. Now, if we go to the top right and hit the back button, and we hit it again, and then we go and we open this back up. I'm trying to get to my home here is what I'm trying to do. Oh, here it is. Down at the bottom left is the home button. So here we see video. Click on video. Now this is that same screen that I just showed you where it automatically brings you up instantly the last hour. But in this screen, you get to select which camera and you get to select which time. So let's say you wanted to go back to yesterday. And I don't know why they gave us 4 screens because it's not going to play 4 screens. But just double tap on the top left and then it automatically brings up the time. Don't worry about the door. We're only interested in the camera. So the start time obviously cannot be any later than the current time. So that would be 11:53. And the end time, right, so we can go to the start time and it automatically brings up today's date. So let's say we wanted yesterday. Let's pick the 11th. Then at the top left or top right, there's a check mark. Click that. And then here's where we can scroll back and we can scroll time. So let's say we wanted to look at 8:53 yesterday morning. Again, we hit the check mark. And then the end time, again, we can set the end time wherever we want. Do not cross midnight. Always keep it within the same day. All right, so we went to yesterday. Again, we hit the check mark. And we want to say we want the end time to be at 2:53 or 14:53. Hit the check mark. And now we need to select the camera that we want. So we're going to go and we're going to select a camera. So I'm going to click on test here. Once I click on test, now it shows us all the cameras that we have. Now this site here only has 12 cameras. So I'm going to select camera number 1. And automatically it's going to search for that time. So there's that time. So I started at 8:53. So double tap. And I went to 2 something. There we go. So see, there's the time. And you can scroll. And I believe you can also pinch this timeline to change it. So by default, it's giving you, I think it gives you 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour increments. All right. So we can pinch it and we can drag it out. And so it allows us to drill into it better. So now we're at 5-minute increments, which obviously it takes us a very long time to scroll through that. So that's why you can pinch it and move to those times. Okay? All right. So down at the bottom right, there is an on and off button. So I just stopped it. One of the other nice things about this, I'm going to go back to the home button. I am going to go, see up here we have live. So in the top right hand corner, you'll see, I'm not sure what that icon is. On the left hand corner, looks like a house on the top right hand corner. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. We click on that, and then here is our list again. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to select just one camera this time. So I selected camera 1. Now this is useful if you have really slow internet or slow cell phone speed. Select one camera. And then that way you're able to connect two of them. So in this mode here, notice in the second row of icons, there's the very first one is the film strip. The next one is like a video camera. The next one is like a regular snapshot camera. Then you have the microphone. Then you have the on and off button. So right now, if I click the camera, the regular camera, which would be the center icon, it just took a picture. I suggest that you never use the video camera, which is going to record what you're looking at, because it's going to record it to your phone and use up your memory very, very fast. So now the question is where did it just put that snapshot? Where did it put that snapshot at? So now if we stop it, we go back up to the home button there, and then we go to picture. That's under, actually I think it's under files. And so that's a video, and that's the pictures. Here's the picture that I just took. Right there. Now, in this mode here, I can tap and hold. And then down at the bottom, there's a share icon. There's the like the almost completed square with the arrow in it. Oops. I hit it twice. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, come on. What did I do? I messed it up. So now I hit it and it comes up, and now I have all the options in my phone that I can share. So I can send it through email. I can send it through text. I can send it on Facebook. I can share it wherever I want to share it at. I can share it. Or if I want, I can delete it. And now that one's gone. Okay? And then, of course, the film strip is where the film is at. So there are some other things in here that you can get into, and I suggest that you do not do it. And that is, let me find out where it's at. You have to forgive me because this is still new to me. Devices. Here we go. Under devices. So notice under devices, I went to our names, and I clicked on it. And here we have all kinds of different configurations. I suggest that you stay out of this. Okay. By default, you should be locked out of most everything. But just in case you're able to get into something, I suggest you stay out of these, because if you mess it up, it's going to cost us a lot of time and maybe some money to get this thing straightened out if you go in, because you're actually getting into the system and you're making changes. Okay, so please stay out of this area here. Okay, so just you go to home, go to live, and then go to the top right corner, select your camera. So right now we've been using test. So if I fill in the circle next to test, it comes up start live. If I hit the word test itself, it's going to give me the selection of all the individual cameras. So if I hit the test, it automatically starts them all, and it brings them up, and boom, there we are. Now most installs that I have do not have audio attached to them, so the microphone and speakers are not going to have anything to do with you. Okay? So if you have any questions, contact me. I'll be glad to help you out. Again, I'm still getting used to this app. They're actually pushing us out of the old app. I've got a notification that pops up on the old app, otherwise I would share that one with you, that's trying to get us to push it out and says they're going to stop supporting it, pushing us into this one. The other one is actually a little simpler, but unfortunately they're getting rid of that one. So thanks for watching, and enjoy.